Greetings, my name is Cody, and today I'll be presenting key information security concepts that form the foundation of modern cybersecurity practices. These concepts are not just theoretical, they are actively used in risk management, system design, and enterprise security frameworks. First, we have threat modeling, which is one of the most important proactive security practices. Threat modeling is the process of identifying potential threats during the system design phase, rather than reacting after deployment. This aligns with the concept of security by design. Two widely used frameworks in threat modeling are known as STRIDE and DREAD. The first approach, STRIDE, is used to categorize different types of threats. The S stands for spoofing, pretending to be another user or system. T is tampering, modifying data in transit or at rest. R is repudiation, denying actions without accountability. The I stands for information disclosure, which is exposing sensitive data. The D stands for denial of service, which is disrupting system availability. And the E is elevation of privilege, which is gaining unauthorized access. STRIDE helps analysts systematically think like an attacker and identify how each component of a system could be exploited. Once threats are identified, the DREAD model is used to assess and prioritize risk. The D stands for damage, how severe the impact is. R is reproducibility, which is how easily the attack can be repeated. E is exploitability, which is how easy it is to launch the attack. A is affected users, which is how many users are overall impacted. And D stands for discoverability, which is how easy it is to find the vulnerability. Each factor is scored, allowing organizations to rank threats and focus on the most critical risks first. Together, STRIDE and DREAD provide both qualitative and quantitative approaches to threat analysis. This is critical in enterprise environments where resources are limited and risk-based decision-making becomes necessary. The principle of least privilege is a core access control concept. It ensures that users, applications, and systems only have the minimum permissions necessary to perform their functions. From a security perspective, this significantly reduces the attack surface. For example, if an attacker compromises a low-privileged account, they are limited in what they can access or modify. Least privilege is typically implemented using access controls based on roles or specific attributes, such as management, administrator, guests, and so on. It is also where administrators conduct regular access reviews and audits to ensure effectiveness. Zero Trust also plays a major role in preventing privilege escalation attacks, which are commonly used in post-exploitation phases of cyber attacks. In modern environments, least privilege is tightly integrated with Zero Trust architectures. Defense in depth is a layered security strategy designed to provide redundancy. Instead of relying on a single control, organizations deploy multiple layers of defense across different domains. This includes network security, which are firewalls and network segmentation, host security, which is endpoint protection and patching, application security, which includes secure coding and input validation, data security, which is encryption and access controls, and physical security, which facility protections such as guards, locks, passcodes, and other methods are incorporated in. The key idea is that if one control fails, others will still provide protection. From an attacker's perspective, this increases the time required for them to compromise the system, it makes their attack more complex to pull off, and it increases the likelihood of them being detected. Defense in depth also supports detection and response, not just prevention, which is critical in modern cybersecurity, where breaches are often assumed. Zero Trust is a modern security model that fundamentally changes how trust is handled. Traditional models assume that anything inside the network can be trusted. Zero Trust eliminates this assumption entirely. Instead, it enforces continuous authentication, authorization, and validation. Every request is evaluated based on user identity, device health, location, and behavior patterns. Technologies supporting Zero Trust include multi-factor authentication, endpoint detection and response, and identity and access management. This model is especially critical in cloud environments and remote work scenarios where the traditional network perimeter no longer exists. Zero trust aligns closely with least privilege and significantly reduces the risk of lateral movement within the network. Now, there are several established models in information security. They vary in complexity and domain focus. One model is known as the Bell-LaPadula model, which focuses on confidentiality. It enforces two main rules. The no read-up rule means users cannot read data above their clearance level, and the no write-down rule, which means users cannot write data to a lower classification. This prevents sensitive information from being exposed to unauthorized users. This model is commonly used in government and military systems, where protecting classified information is the top priority. However, it does not address data integrity, which is why other models are needed for a complete security approach. Another model is known as the BIPA model, which focuses on integrity. It's essentially the opposite of Bell-LaPadula. Its rules are known as the no read down rule, which prevents users using untrusted data, and the no write up rule, which prevents corrupting high integrity data. This ensures that critical systems and data remain accurate and trustworthy. For example, in financial systems or healthcare systems, maintaining data integrity is often more important than confidentiality. BIPA helps prevent data contamination and ensures reliable system outputs. The Clark-Wilson model builds on integrity concepts but focuses on real-world implementation. Instead of relying on only classification levels, it enforces separation in duties, well-formed transactions, and auditing and logging processes. Users cannot directly modify data. They must go through a controlled process. Now, this model is commonly used in commercial environments like banking systems where transactions must be verified and controlled. It provides a practical way to enforce integrity while supporting business operations. And that concludes this presentation on information security concepts. Thank you so very much for watching.